Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video on the channel. Now the summer is approaching us very soon. We're already heading into June. We're at the back end of May. So what happens around the June, July, August period? Transfers and rumors. Now, there will be lots of rumors flying in about clubs, whether it's players going out or coming in. So, today's video is going to be about strikers. Now, for the last few months, we have been calling out, and on this channel, I've been saying that Real Madrid will need another striker, and that's for certain. Without a doubt, Real Madrid need another number 9. And reports in the last couple of days have been suggesting that Benzema could be leaving. Now, I can't see that happening, but I do reckon that he will leave. It's a weird one, isn't it, Benzema? Because he is a legend of the club. He has captained this side to great things. Last season, the hat-trick against PSG, the hat-trick against Chelsea, and it's not even just last season and this season, the hat-tricks that he scored, but since he signed and he joined up until this point, the last 14 years of his Real Madrid story, he has always been incredible. But in the last couple of years, he's brought his game, he has stepped it up so much more that people now recognize him as one of the greatest in the world. Now, I do agree, but he's going to be 36, 35, 36, around that age. And when you are hitting, that sort of age, you have to be looking at replacement, whether that's for the long term or whether that's even just for now. Now, today I've got three of the more, I wouldn't say realistic because I don't think they are very realistic, but three rumored transfers. So, for your information, I have not added the likes of Vlahovic, Kolo Muani, Victor Osimhen, players like that who haven't been rumored. Now, I have been saying here for a long time as well that I think Dusan Vlahovic is the perfect option. He's still relatively young, but he isn't a 19-year-old. He'll come in. He won't be the best striker in the world, but what he will bring is something different. Just someone younger who can do the job until Endrick comes in. But even when Endrick comes in, you don't just throw Endrick in straight away. You let him develop and let him get at least 1 year in Spain to develop. So realistically, you want a player who is around those age, who can stay here for a couple of seasons. So Benzema needs replacing. You're looking at the age of someone who is somewhat experienced, so he isn't too young, and someone who isn't 35. So probably 28, I think, would be the minimal bar that we're looking at. He's got 2 to 3 seasons to go. I think that would be good. And you're looking at someone who is not 35, maybe 32, 33 is the max. Even though that isn't great. So we'll start with the youngest option. That's Harry Kane. And surprisingly, actually, how old is Harry Kane? Harry Kane is 30 in the summer. So a 30-year-old, he'll come in for 3 years, 2 to 3 years, 32, 33. I think this is the best move that we can get if we let Benzema go. In terms of an out-and-out replacement, you won't get better than Harry Kane. What is Benzema good at? He isn't your quick, silky, fast players like your Kylian Mbappe, like your Kolo Muani or Osimhen. But he is a number 9 that is more of a traditional number 9, somewhat like a false 9. His playmaking is very, very good. He provides as well. It's not just about Benzema. He isn't the main focal point. Yes, Benzema in the last few seasons have been the player who is scoring goals left, right, and center. But you have seen the development of Vini Jr. and Rodrigo in the last few years, and Benzema has been vocal to that. He drops deep, and he playmakes essentially. In fact, I want to have a look at some of Benzema's numbers in a second. But I would say that is pretty similar to Harry Kane's game in terms of, like I said, not just scoring 25-30 goals a season, but also creating chances. Harry Kane's doing essentially everything for Spurs. All the job, all the hard work, all the scoring, even some of the playmaking is done by Kane. And if you're looking for a player who is going to guarantee you 25, 30, 35 goals a year, a season, there's no better option than Kane. Okay, the top strikers in the world, your Benzemas, your Harry Kanes, your Lewandowskis, they all guarantee you 25, 30 goals a season. And now you add Haaland to the conversation. But we're not going to get Erling Haaland this summer. We're also not going to get, obviously, Lewandowski. But we're also not going to get Kylian Mbappe. And even if we were to, he won't be playing up top. So, if you're looking for an out-and-out number 9 who is going to do you and get you the job that you want, like I said, there isn't any better option than Harry Kane. Now, let me have a look at Benzema's numbers this season. Now, let me have a look. So, in La Liga, he's at 3 assists. Club World Cup, 1 assist. So, look, 3 assists in 23 matches. And Harry Kane has had 3 assists in 38 matches as well. So, they're kind of similar players, couple of assists. And overall, the goals you can see there, there's 30 Premier League goals for Harry Kane. In a side that is basically crap. So, look, Harry Kane, the best option out there that you can get. The price, upwards to 120 million. Obviously, no one's going to pay 120 million. So, looking at 100 million, I think Real Madrid will be willing to offer something like that. But I think the problem here isn't fully about how much Kane is going to go and cost. I think the problem is Daniel Levy. Levy will definitely try to drag this saga on and on and on. And Kane is basically like a prisoner. He's basically trapped in a cell, which is Spurs. So, look, even if Real Madrid are willing to pay what Spurs want, Spurs will still find a way to drag Harry Kane on and on and on and not let him leave. So, look, let's see what happens here. I think Harry Kane will be the favourite to replace Benzema if he does leave. And whether Benzema leaves, I think Harry Kane should still be your favourite. Because you've got a player there that is 5 years younger, producing the same sort of stats in the world's best league, as they would say, the Premier League. What else is there left? I think it's perfect, and it's not like Harry Kane hasn't been linked to Real Madrid before. I'm pretty sure in the last few years that he has always been linked to Real Madrid. So I think it's a very, very good deal. I think Kane finally gets to win some trophies. I think Spurs, they get what they want, the price that they want. They use that money, they rebuild their team. And I think Real Madrid, yes, they spend 100 million on a player, but they get a player that has the next 3 to 4 years to prove to everybody that he can do what he has been doing for a better team. So, overall, I think it's a win-win-win for everybody if this deal happens. Now, we move on to another option from the Premier League, a Champions League winner. Yes, it's Roberto Firmino, another player that has been rumoured to join. Now, again, he isn't your out and out pace, but he's a false nine, and this is a good option because I think that he has the experience. He's 31, so he's the second oldest in the list. Yes, there is an older player than Firmino on this list, and I'm pretty sure it's kind of obvious. But he formed this trio with Mane and Salah. Now, I'm not so sure if that's the best attacking trio in the history of football. I don't think so. I think Bale, Benzema, Cristiano, and Neymar, Messi, and Suarez, Messi and Mbappe, not quite. But I think those two duos are better, or have been better. But Roberto Firmino, I mean, it's a good player. I think experience-wise, perfect. The amount of Brazilians we have at the club is incredible. You know, we've got Vini Jr. and Rodrigo playing next to him. Imagine a Brazilian front line of Vini Jr., Rodrigo, and Roberto Firmino. You also have Eder Militao as well. But it'll be a good deal. It's not your luxury and, fancy signing, but Firmino has been doing it. I mean, he isn't, like I said, the most luxurious and fanciest player out there, but he just gets the job done. And for me, I just want a player that can come in and score goals. I don't think he's going to get the amount of goals and assists that you see Benzema and Kane get. Maybe assists, but he isn't going to score 30 goals a season. But I think he can hit in the Liga and Champions League 25. I think 2025, I could see it happening. And that isn't bad. That isn't bad at all. Firmino has won the Champions League as well with Klopp. He's an underrated player. I would say that Roberto Firmino is an underrated Firmino. Wait, that didn't even make any sense. Roberto Firmino is an underrated Firmino. Like, that didn't make sense. I'm sorry, guys. But Roberto Firmino is an underrated player. So, I would go get him. He's on a free. That is the big plus in this deal. He will be free. He's on a free. He's out of contract. Just go get him. If you can't get Kane, I think Firmino is a good option. I think a lot of people are disrespecting Firmino. Maybe it's because of his age. But that's a good signing, though. That is a good player. Well then, we have our oldest player on this list, Jose Lu. No matter how you want to say it, I'm just gonna call it Jose Lu. 33 years old he is. Yeah. If you don't remember, he played for Real Madrid back in the day. He joined in 2009, I believe. So that was 14 years ago when he was 19 years old. And then afterwards, it's a typical story. He goes out, he plays for so many different clubs. I'm pretty sure he played for Newcastle, Celta Vigo, and now he's at Espanyol, Barcelona's rivals. A month ago, I was sat here talking about Pochettino and why he could be a good replacement because of the Espanyol ties with Barcelona. They hate each other, and Espanyol and Real Madrid both hit Barca, so it's kind of like a handshake, in a way. But he'll be a good signing because he's La Liga proven. He's playing in La Liga, and this season he's got 16 goals. I'm pretty sure he's the third highest goal scorer behind Lewandowski and Benzema. So you're getting the third top scorer in the league. Now, he's not going to play every game. I don't think Jose Lu is going to come into Real Madrid and become the main starter. I think if anything, you bring him in, he's the backup option either to Benzema or another player. Now, that wouldn't be ideal, would it? Benzema 35 and Jose Lu 33. Not ideal. Apparently, this deal is close to being completed. It's going to be on a loan, 1 year loan, I believe. If you can get the deal done on a loan for 1 year, why not? I think he can come in, back up 10 goals. I mean, that's not bad. So, look, I can see why this is getting done. And honestly, I can't even complain about any options because we have Mariano at the club. And we've given Mariano a chance. But he hasn't proved it. So, why not give Jose Lu a chance? We just need someone to come in because we can't rely on Benzema. But I don't think we can rely on Jose Lu either. I don't think we can rely on Jose Lu. Which is why, for me, Kane is still the number one. I think Kane is the perfect option. And then I will have Firmino. But Jose Lu, for me, is an extra. I think it's going to be done. Unlike Kane and Firmino, it's not confirmed. I think this is very, very close to being done. Also, Ancelotti, by the way, just off topic, Ancelotti confirmed Fran Garcia's signing, and he will be announced. He'll definitely stay, I hope at least. And whether he's the first team left back, I'm not so sure. I think selling Mendy wouldn't be a good choice. I think Mendy should stay, and I think Fran Garcia should learn from Mendy. And maybe some will say, oh, there isn't much to learn. True, but Fran Garcia is like 21, isn't he? Or 22, something like that. He's got plenty of time ahead of him to play, to start. Give Mendy another season, make him the starter. Fran Garcia slowly come into the team, and not just straight away throw him in. I think that is better for his development. Just like Anthony, you cannot just throw him in. Yes, Fran Garcia has played for Rayo for a couple of seasons now, but I think it's unfair for him. And yes, you might say, oh, but he will love it because he gets to play first team football for Real Madrid. But I think it's unfair to him in the sense that if it doesn't go his way, it doesn't go well, the blame's on him. I don't think that this should be happening. So for me, Mendy stays, Fran Garcia back up, easy. I will do definitely more videos like these throughout the summer. Obviously, we've got one more game to go against Athletic Club Bilbao, so that will wrap up the season, and then I will do a tier list video as well. Couple of tier list videos coming out in these few weeks to spice things up. I want to be trying to upload frequently, not just Real Madrid content, but also just football content in general. So let's see. But I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button if you did. Subscribe to the channel if it's on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.